Hello and welcome. My name is Matt and I'm a National Student Recruitment Advisor here with the University of Calgary, and this presentation is for Canadian students who are interested in learning a little bit more about the University of Calgary and what we have to offer. The University of Calgary is located in the heart of southern Alberta, and we both acknowledge and pay tribute to the traditional territories of the peoples of Treaty 7, which include the Blackfoot Confederacy, comprised of the Siksika, the Piikani, and the Kainai First Nations, the Tsuut'ina First Nation, and the Stoney Nakoda, including the Chiniki, Bearspaw, and Goodstoney First Nations. The City of Calgary is also home to the Métis Nation of Alberta, Districts 5 and 6. So starting off with a little bit of a broad scope, we do like to talk about the province of Alberta itself. So the province is quite a beautiful place to live, whether you want to explore the Rocky Mountains, which are just about a 1-hour drive away from the city of Calgary. This is home to some of the most beautiful scenery in the entire world, whether you want to go skiing, whether you want to go hiking, explore Banff National Park, those are right at our doorstep. On the other side of Alberta, we do have 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites as well, which includes things like Head Smashed In Buffalo Jump, and then also Dinosaur Provincial Park, which is one of the largest dinosaur fossil deposits in the entire world. So we will have something for everyone here in Alberta. And on top of that, if you do live in Alberta, we have no provincial sales tax. So you will be saving quite a bit of money down the road living here in Alberta. Narrowing the scope a little bit into the city itself now. So the city of Calgary is the 7th most livable city in the entire world. So this is through a combination of factors like a low cost of living, safety and diversity is heavily promoted. There's lots of sporting events to go see. Of course, we have the Calgary Stampede, and we have just quite some amazing scenery within the city itself. On the business side of things, we do have the most patents per capita and the fastest growing tech market, which essentially means it is an amazing place to stay and take your degree into the industry as well. All right, looking at the actual layout of the University of Calgary, this map is just going to show a general overview of where the buildings are. So the biggest thing that we like to promote about the University of Calgary is that the campus itself is designed to be very walkable. So you'll see a lot of green spaces within the campus and very few roads. This is by design to make it feel like more of a hub for you guys when you are on campus. We also have McMahon Stadium, which is where the Calgary Stampeders play, and also where the Calgary Dinos will play their football games just off campus as well. Finally, we have our LRT station. So when you come to the University of Calgary, you will get access to all of the transit within the city, which is very beneficial if you're not looking to get a car. If you were to take the transit system about 10 minutes south, you'll hit downtown as well. So the campus is actually separate from the downtown, making it its own hub. All right, so here are some statistics about the University of Calgary itself. So we were founded in 1966, making us one of the youngest universities in the country. And the direction that we're going in just that amount of time is pretty substantial. We are one of the top research universities in Canada. You will see over $504 million in research funding that was sponsored, which is amazing. A couple of other statistics we really like to point out is we have a 94% after graduation employment rate. This will be within the field that you're looking for, and obviously that's a pretty nice number to have. And then we have a 95% after graduation retention rate. So essentially what this means is that only 5% of students don't end up finishing their degree with us at some point. Not only does the University of Calgary really promote your academic life, we want to make sure that you're doing what you can for your extracurriculars as well. Whether you want to join one of our 50 different intramural sports, from volleyball to esports, or one of our 300 different clubs as well, there is going to be something for everyone on campus. Some great opportunities to do as well are to take advantage of Orientation Week, which is the first week that you'll be joining us on campus to join pep rallies and make some friends that way. You can also go and see the Crow Child classes at the Saddle Dome, where the Calgary Flames play. We have quite a few different facilities available for you to take advantage of to get active as well. So if you're looking to strap on a pair of skates and go and explore the Olympic Oval, which was built for the 1988 Winter Olympics, you can do so. You can also go and explore our 2-story gym for working out. We have a rock climbing wall you can explore. We have an Olympic-sized swimming pool that you can explore. And if you're looking to rent any sporting equipment for outdoor use, you can go do that at our outdoor center as well. When you come to the University of Calgary, we also want to make sure that you're very well supported. So as you can see, there are quite a few different supports available on campus. So starting with the Center for Career and Personal Development, this is a place you can go to get any sort of help with resume building, cover letters, and finding a job after or during your degree. We also have the Student Success Center, which is all about writing support to help with that transition from high school to the university level of writing. And then we also have our Student Wellness Center. So the Wellness Center is essentially just a big doctor's office that you can use free of charge. If you need chiropractors, if you need doctors, mental health support, anything in that vein, you can take advantage of it right on campus as well. As for living on campus, we do have quite an extensive residence complex that you can also live on directly on campus. The really great thing about this is it is on campus, which means the furthest you're going to walk is about 1 minute to get inside. Now, residence is a really dynamic and social environment. A lot of students like to take advantage of this to really get the full university experience. But a few things to note, if you were to apply before May 1st, you are going to be guaranteed a room for your first year. The last thing to touch on with residence is that if you do live on campus in your first year, you are going to be required to have a meal plan. So what this meal plan does is it gives you access to our dining center, which is essentially just an all-you-can-eat buffet. And that'll have lots of different meal options every day, and you don't have to worry about finding your own food. If you do live on campus and you want to take advantage of this meal plan, you can also buy swipe plans where you can just swipe in and out as many times as your plan lets you, and then you can take advantage of the meal plan that way as well. So as for the academic side, we do have 14 different faculties you guys are welcome to join here at the University of Calgary, 10 of which you can get into directly out of high school. So as you can see, there are quite a few different faculties available for you to choose from. These range from STEM type programs, from sciences to engineering, to kinesiology and nursing. And then on the other side of things, we also have architecture, we've got business, we've got education, and everything in between. Now, a really great way to take full advantage of your degree is through work integrated learning as well. So this is when you get an opportunity to work in your field, usually in an upper year of your degree. Depending on what faculty you're in, it does change in length, and the language of what it's called changes slightly. But essentially what these are here for is to give you some really valuable firsthand work experience you can take with you throughout your degree. You will get paid for some of these, whereas some of them are going to be mandatory, such as practicum work for nursing and education. But co-ops and internships are going to be fully paid, and then research is a great option for you to have on your resume later on as well. Another really great way of taking advantage of your degree is through our study abroad programs. This is when you get a chance to go internationally and pay domestic tuition for this. So you will be saving a lot of money by going abroad and taking advantage of that experience. Now our goal is to have around 50% of all of our students take part in this experience, just because it is a once-in-a-lifetime type of experience that you'll have, whether you're making connections in international countries, learning new languages. From a business perspective, it does result in an average of 17% increase in your salary once you graduate as well. Now, as for the actual application process through the University of Calgary, there's going to be 3 simple steps to follow. So the first one is you're going to essentially choose 2 programs. That first program is going to be your dream program, the one that you really want to get into. And the second one is more of a safety net option, one that you're a little bit more confident that you'll get into. That way you're going to be getting into the university either way. Once you've selected your choices, you'll pay the application fee, which is $125 for students with domestic credentials and $145 with international credentials. Once you've done this, you'll get access to your student portal, and in there is where you can upload your required documents. So here's a great overview of what the application process is actually going to look like. So at this stage, we're researching different programs and different requirements and seeing how we're going to plan our grade 12 year. Next, you're going to submit your application, in which applications open on October 1st, and pay the application fee. If you're required to upload your own documents, you will have to do this by March 15th, and then you'll have a chance to apply for awards and scholarships later on as well. After you've uploaded your required documents on March 15th, it is important to check your Student Center often for updates on your application through that to-do list feature. Once you check this, it is important to keep note of other deadlines as well, such as residence for before May 1st, and then some award deadlines as well. Here you can see a breakdown of the tuition and fees, whether you're a domestic student or international student. Now it does range depending on what faculty you're in, whether you're living on campus or off campus, whether you buy textbooks new or not. So my best advice to you is to scan that QR code on the right side of the screen there, just because this is a chance to really break it down in terms of what faculty you're in, what year you're going into, whether you're living on campus or off campus, and it can give you a really good estimate of what you can expect to pay when you come to the University of Calgary. Understanding that university is a financial commitment, we do offer quite a few different awards and scholarships for our students. They're really broken down into 3 different categories, starting with automatic awards. As the name suggests, you do not have to apply for these. They're typically based on academic merit, where if you exceed a certain percentage within the requirements, you can actually get $2,000 to $5,000 for that. Next, we have high school entrance awards. There's hundreds of different awards within this category that all take about 50 minutes to apply for at once. I mean, it ranges from $500 to $10,000. Lastly, we have our prestige awards. These are upwards of $25,000 per year, so our highest dollar values, and the deadline is quite a bit sooner on December 1st, so it's important to keep note of that. These take quite a bit longer to apply for just because it is a higher dollar amount. It's usually a few essay-style questions, but important to fill that out to do whatever you can to help fund your education. So ending off the presentation, we'd love to hear from you if you have any specific questions. Now we have specific recruiters depending on what category you fall into, so if you are a Calgary student, we'll be reaching out to Kyle. If you're a community student, you'll be reaching out to Vanessa, and if you're a transfer student, Chris is there to help you as well. If you are Indigenous, we have an Indigenous recruitment team between Alicia and Alex. And as you can see here, this is the rest of our national teams. Depending on what region you're in, you may have a different regional recruiter. And if you see us at any of your schools in the fall, be sure to come and say hi to us. We'd love to answer any questions you may have. Please let us know, and we look forward to seeing you soon.